What's going on, everyone? My name's Tenebris Infinite, and the Base Assault update is now live for Generation Zero. This update is bringing around a host of brand new features, from the long-awaited inventory sorting to procedurally generated Phoenix bases that we'll be able to take down for ourselves and claim as resistance bases, to brand new missions off in the marshlands that are all focused around some of the expansions from the Matryoshka reports from the eyes of the Resistance. So let's read through these patch notes and get into things, because this is a seriously massive update. Patch notes read as follows. Our second patch of the year is here. Say hello to the Base Assault update. With this release, we're introducing not only new features and exciting new narratives, but also long sought after improvements to the map and inventory. Base Assault. As you might have seen in our announcement trailer, Phoenix and the machines have learned and evolved, which has led us to the new mode, Base Assault. This is an exciting new addition to Generation Zero, where players attack procedurally generated Phoenix bases in the forest region. Thanks to the groundbreaking new system that we have developed for this, each playthrough is unique due to a large number of base layouts and challenges. The difficulty, size, and layout of each base can also evolve like our rivals, if players continue to increase the threat level in each region. Not only are all assaults unique, but you will also face dangerous challenges and tricks from Phoenix in each attack. This includes deadly turrets, mines, and Phoenix reinforcements. Just like your own player-built base, these bases are fully destructible, and if you're clever enough, you'll use this to your advantage as you shoot your way to the various objectives and look for looting opportunities within. If you manage to conquer one of the Phoenix bases, you'll be rewarded with command tokens, which you can use to convert the conquered and neutral control point locations to the Resistance. Using command tokens, you'll be able to open up a whole new set of locations to build additional bases at. So, dude, all their bases actually belong to us! New bases, you say? The forest region now has several new control point locations in addition to the original one that was added with the Resistance update. As a player, you can build bases on any of these and can have up to 4 bases active within the region. But be aware, these can be attacked by Phoenix through base defense missions. World improvements. Our world revamps continue, and this time we've been working with the renewal of the marshlands to be more in line with the Soviet narrative that we've introduced with the Landfall update. As with previous revamps, old locations have been updated to add more detail, variation, and narrative. In addition to this, there will also be several new exciting locations to discover as you explore the region. And this is one that I'm really stoked about. I really think that the Marshland revamps and our latest set of revamps were some of the best we've seen yet. So I'm really excited to dig into these new revamps and see what we can uncover across the Marshlands here. New side missions. It's finally time to find out where they came from. The Base Assault update introduces 2 new side missions linked to the Matryoshka collectibles that we've introduced in the Landfall update. But there's a twist. This time, we're seeing it from the eyes of the Resistance. Explore the Marshlands region to find out more. And I've covered the Matryoshka reports in full on my channel. Link to that will be at the end of this video. This update is not all about assault, even though that might have been the fun part. To give your base some new flair, we're bringing you the free Soviet Buildings pack. This can be used for any of your forest region bases once they've been claimed by the Resistance. Defense-wise, we have the Soviet Pillbox, a sturdy shooting position manned by a hidden fighter using an AI-76 assault rifle that fires automatically at any hostile unit that comes within its field of view. The Soviet Guardhouse, a tall shooting position made of concrete, steel, and sandbags. For walls, we've got the Soviet Reinforced Wall, a tall wall made of concrete and steel that features a shooting hatch that can be opened manually. A Soviet reinforced pylon, a tall pylon made out of concrete and steel that is great for adding corners and endposts to high walls. The Soviet reinforced gate, a tall gate made out of concrete and steel that can be opened manually or automatically. We finally have manual doors, dude! Awesome. The Soviet barrier, a low barricade made out of steel and sandbags. Soviet barrier pylon, a low concrete pylon that is great for adding corners and end posts to barricades. The Soviet concrete wall, a tall, thick, and sturdy concrete wall with barbed wire on top. Soviet concrete pylon, tall concrete pylon with barbed wire on top that's great for adding corners and end posts to high walls. And then lastly, the Soviet gate, a steel gate with beautiful emblems that can be opened manually or automatically. 2 manual doors. Awesome, man. And then lastly here, for the decorative, we have a large Soviet crate, a wooden crate used by Soviet forces to transport items. And this is probably not a functionable item, it's purely just decorative. Now for some user experience improvements. Inventory sorting. You've asked for it, and here it is, inventory sorting. We've now added a number of filters and sorting methods for each section of the inventory. Now you'll be able, for example, to sort all your primary weapons by alphabetical or chronological order, damage output, quality, and more, or filter them by quality, good, worn, dilapidated, etc., or ammo type, just to mention a few criteria. Make sure to try it out and find your own preferences. Then alongside that are also map icon filters, which is awesome, another sort of filtering, and it's great to see not just our own inventory get some filters, but the map too, because it can get kind of cluttered. So you can now filter icons for different categories on the map. Additionally, you can create your own custom filter to display only the icons you're interested in. Now for bug fixes, there's not too many to go through, so we'll just kind of fire through these here. Animation, art, and audio, they fixed an issue where musical instruments would stick to a player character model and obstruct vision if they disconnected while jamming out with the musical emotes. Crashes, they fixed a crash associated with the epic explosion at the end of the Good News mission in Phoenix Rising. And also, they fixed a crash associated with ticks that hang out in a stairwell in Stormira bunker. Then for the machines, they fixed an issue where down Seekers didn't have any loot. Awesome, so that means that hopefully Seekers will have reliable loot now. They fixed an issue where runners with rocket launchers also didn't have loot, so awesome. And then they fixed an issue where Reaper rivals on the map wouldn't show in the world. And that's a really good fix. I've noticed that reported across the community through a number of threads, and so it's great to see that one fixed. Missions. They fixed an issue where players were blocked for their single-player mission, Break of Dawn, if they previously reached the quest container in the police car during multiplayer. Then they fixed an issue where starting the Strength in Numbers missions in multiplayer without finishing it would make it disappear in single-player. Lastly, in the world, they fixed an issue where the transport truck textures in Clintida were missing. And then they fixed several visual glitches at Fort Torsberga. The culprit was a door, which has now been removed. They fixed various terrain clipping into buildings around Ustatorn, and then they fixed an issue where collectibles were clipping through objects. They should now be placed correctly in a bunker. I believe that's the AGDP schematic. And then they fixed an issue where players could not collect, the schematics and the Ramsboda location. Cool. So here are some known issues. Huge swarms of machines can cause performance issues. You dudes see it all the time, the no explosion visual glitch and stuff like that. So it's great that the team is actually going to be really looking into this. That's awesome. Some hovercraft doors and walls lack collision, which gives us the opportunity to explore. Wearing the ecto-scientist gloves can affect aiming down sights with the experimental shotgun. Dynamic resolution settings can cause visual issues when aiming with scopes. Moscar's resistance camp in the Phoenix DLC will still be attacked after completing missions. Reload input is ignored when you're aiming down sight. Destroying the Lynx's engine organs has no effect on movement speed. Ooh, that's interesting. Players in a host's game may not see field radios if they and the host have placed them. Hunters can become passive after downing the player. Machines can fall into the water. players that picked up the mixtape prior to patch 17 will have their collectible count at Averholm Manor reset to 1, or reset to 0. And then some players may be unable to join a friend's game on PlayStation after patch 19, but that's a rare one. So there we go, my dudes. If one base was not enough for you, now you can have up to 4 bases in the forest region. And the expansion of procedurally generated bases, that is so cool. I was not expecting them to be procedurally generated, and I think that that's going to make taking down these Phoenix bases just so much more interesting for us. Then alongside that, the filtering, just like, you know, it's the small things sometimes, right? Let me know, what are you most excited for in this update, in the Base Assault update for Generation Zero? As I said in the beginning of the video, this is now live for all platforms, so you should be able to download it if it's not already downloaded for you. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a thing here on my channel. We're only 100 subscribers away from the big 15,000, which is freaking mental, man. But anyway, we're going to have so much to dig into here. On launch day, I'm probably going to focus on these new missions, and I really want to kind of just like dig into those and see what's in store for us there. Then we'll dive into the forest region and all of that awesome new base stuff. But anyway, my dudes, thank you very much for watching. Stay awesome, and I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace.